Okay, so a little bit of a cinematic here, a little bit of a spoiler, not too much of a spoiler, don't worry at all. This is something that everyone's going to deal with in the start of their game. But we figure out it's basically a terror attack. If you remember terror attacks from XCOM 1?
Nothing on the local comms. Advent's been quiet lately. I'm guessing we have you to thank for that.
Our pleasure, Den Mother. Enjoy it while it lasts.
So this is us conversing with a fellow group of resistance.
Coming from the Advent Network Tower. It's global. Sir, I think you want to see this.
Fellow citizens, for 20 years, the Advent Coalition has worked tirelessly to repair the ravages and injustices of the old world. Under our stewardship, our cities prosper, our people flourish, and our world heals. And yet, among us, there are still those who would refuse to acknowledge the truth, who are determined to see all that we have achieved
Multiple radar contacts on approach to Haven Alpha 7.
That must end.
Even as I speak to you today,
You've got incoming on approach.
Your signal's breaking up. Outlying territories to end this scourge once and for all.
They're right on top of you.
Losing you, Avenger.
Raise them again.
We will ensure your continued safety and well-being throughout this crisis.
Oh, damn. Here come the fucking Advent to shit all over my resistance fighters.
With your cooperation, we will overcome these radical elements and usher in another 20 years of peace and prosperity.
They don't stand a chance. Commander, we should get a squad ready to deploy.
And what exactly is this? You might be asking. Terrifying.
Commander,
Absolutely terrifying. So we have basically a terror mission here. Advent Retaliation Resistance Haven under assault. So we're gonna have to go in here and try and calm the freaking situation down. Okay, so here on Vertigo, because he's leveled up so much, we have the new veteran customization options. So we can do so much more to our character. So as your character becomes more advanced, levels up further, more things unlock. Like you can do scarring, you can do accessories for their like face, change their, obviously you get a bunch more hair colors, and you can also add some sort of customization onto their armor. So as you can see here, we've given him a lovely eye patch, put a cigarette in his mouth, decorated his clothes with hearts, given him some scarring, given him a nice fedora, given him a big dick nickname, and we've even customized the weapon and put loads of red hearts all over it. The customization is really super. Right, let's get into this mission and see what that large, slimy thing was all about. Okay, so this mission is a civilian rescue mission. However, it's slightly different as to how the missions used to be. The terror missions before, you'd have a bunch of civilians and you had the choice to rescue as many as you could. However, in this one, I have to rescue at least 6 civilians. I can't just let them all die. And you can see that I got another hair trigger proc, managed to take another shot, and it didn't cost an action. So freaking awesome. So awesome. Alright, well now we get to see some serious stuff here. I'm going to move Vertigo up into some double cover. If you know anything about XCOM, double cover is everything, single cover is not shit. Now, I could take a shot there, but for some reason I went on Overwatch. That's fine with me. Also going to go on Overwatch with my snipers. And here you can see one of the civilians is having a particularly bad day and turning into a terrifying 10-foot tall, I'm saying, terrifying creature.
Guessing this is it. It is a remarkable species. If only we had some means of containment.
Destroyed. De-freaking destroyed. Right, so what are you gonna do, faceless one? What are you gonna do? Look how big it is! And it's dripping slime and shit all over the place. I'm not looking forward to what this is gonna do to my soldiers, honestly. Also, a nice little thing here, just a nice little detail. The enemy's standing in front of my soldier here, and you can see my soldier, instead of just standing there, is aiming directly up at its face, looking into the eyes of this terrifying demon. Okay, so my character here, with a shotgun, standing directly in front of this horrible beast. I did put the special scope on. You can see down the bottom right, the attachments show up in green. And basically, instead of moving, I'm going to take a 100% shot with a 30% crit rate directly into this horrible beast's face. Which he doesn't seem to enjoy particularly much, and I believe it does actually crit. There you go, he's down to 1 health. So, if I can take care of this guy, then I'm not going to have to basically deal with whatever sort of crazy shit he's going to do. And bam, we execute him. So I don't actually know what that faceless thing would have done to me. However, I'm quite happy with that, because I don't really want to have to get hit in the face by some horrible slime monster. So operation complete, killed all the enemies, managed to rescue 9 of the civilians, which is actually pretty huge for me. Killed them all, and only one of my soldiers was wounded. We got an excellent rating because I did excellently, of course. Okay, so this is the last sort of big mission that I'm going to be doing here. I've got my characters here. I've got a battle scanner, which is a device that you can throw to give you vision, a med pack, a grenade, and some special nanofiber suit for my shotgun person so they can run in there, try and take a bit of damage, and blast shit away with our lovely gun. Now, I had heard from one of the guys that I was talking to when I got there that a lot of people have tried this mission, and a lot of people have failed hard on this mission. I heard that Rooster Teeth got destroyed in this mission, along with a lot of other people, and it's going to be quite a tough one. However, you know me, XCOM professional. I've played so much Long War, which is a very tough mod for this, that I'm prepared. I'm prepared. Okay, so on this mission, we're trying to figure out what the Exile are doing, what they've got going on. They've got all sorts of humans in these weird pods. Little bit strange, as, you know, they've basically come down and said that they're bringing peace to the world. So yeah, the aliens basically doing some nasty, devious shit. How fucking dare they, you know? They come down here, they tell us that they're bringing peace to us, and yet they're still abducting our poor human beings and putting them into green goo. You know? That's not on. I don't appreciate that. So moving my soldiers up here to try and breach the facility, there is some sort of thing that we have to go and investigate down here. So I'm going to move everyone up. We've got Nazi with the fuckinator, my fantastic sniper rifle. It's looking all blue, and honestly, it looks so cool. Like, this sniper rifle looks wicked, super awesome. Hearing a bunch of movement. Now, we can open this door, and there's a cool new mechanic in this that you can open and close doors. So, if you open the door, and you don't like what's on the other side...
This is an extremely well-equipped mechanized combat unit. We'll need to look for vulnerabilities if we're going to take that thing out.
Then you can close the door afterwards to provide yourself with some cover, and I assume the aliens will have to come and open the door. Now, we've just uncovered 5 enemies here. A sectoid, whatever the hell this thing is. I don't actually know what this is called, but when it attacks, we'll figure it out. It does have a big old gun. It looks like it has a grenade launcher on its back, and it's basically a robot. So we've got a ton of enemies, basically. A ton of enemies. And they're all around me. This is not a good situation. It's called an Advent Mech. Okay, cool. Right, so we've got a 91% chance to hit with a shotgun if I wanted to. And a 28% crit. He's got a bunch of health and some armor. And somehow, quite luckily, I one-shot this beast. Now, I have no idea what he would have done, but I'm fairly certain he would have grenaded me, broken my cover, everyone would have shot me. It would have basically turned out to be a big fucking mess. However, one-shotting him, happy days, you know? Happy days. One-shotting this guy too, just beautiful. The animations and everything, the sounds, it all just worked so well. Honestly, I can't wait for this to come out. This comes out on Friday the 5th, and I can't wait to play it then. I'm going to do a YouTube playthrough.
So many victims, processed with such brutal efficiency. Test subjects for some sort of weapon, perhaps.
Looks more like a refinery to me, Doctor.
Once we get our hands on that sample, we'll know for sure.
So my objective is to get in here and get this sample. Whatever they're doing to the humans down here, it's obviously not good, you know? It's not good. We're humans, and they're taking our lovely human buddies and dipping them into some sort of acid goo and turning them into, I don't know, some sort of yellow liquid. So, you know, we're not happy with that. We're going to get in there and try and stop this. Okay, so this sectoid just disorientated my character, which basically means they're going to only be able to move a very short distance, and they're going to have an aim penalty. And this crazy guy here just rushed up. This is a stun lancer, I believe. They've got a sword on their back that they can do melee attacks with, like my soldier can also do melee attacks. However, their melee attacks also stun me, which takes up one of my turns. So that's not ideal. This guy has just charged in a little bit crazily, though. Gone a bit gung-ho. Charged right through all of my guys and run right up to the back. So I'm pretty sure that we're not going to have much of a hard time killing this guy. We're going to shoot with the pistol? No, this guy should obviously shoot it. Oh, Nazi should shoot it? Yes. 84% chance to hit, 50% crit. That are... Bam. Critted his face off. He shouldn't have run up and tried to attack my guys. That was just a foolish thing to do. And as my soldier is already in the zone to pick up the loot, he just bends down and grabs it. And check this out. Now this is possibly the most exciting thing that I've seen in the game so far. When I showed people on my stream this, everyone went mental in the chat. So we've got an advanced stock to put on one of our weapons. This weapon upgrade, when installed, will guarantee that even missed shots will do a small amount of damage. That is huge. That is absolutely massive. So you know that your soldier, even if he misses, can still do the finishing blow to an enemy if they're really low. This is going to change so much for the game. And also we got a stim, a superior agility stim that will give the affected soldier the greatest chance of dodging attacks. So I believe you can stim your soldiers before you send them on a mission when you're equipping them. And for the entire mission, they will have plus 21 dodge. Which, again, these little items that you can pick up and equip are such a big deal. They're going to make such a huge difference to the game and the gameplay. Okay, so I've dealt with the aliens in the proximity. There doesn't seem to be anyone else around here. I'm going to take my soldier over and pick up this strange vial of goods over here that apparently is all about my mission. So we're going to move into the little green starred area and then use the pickup command and grab it.
Got some goods here. Guessing that's not water in there. Shen, any readings?
No signs of radioactivity, no significant energy signatures of any kind. Whatever it is, it's safe to handle.
Definitely handle it then.
Confirmed acquisition of the sample. Move to rendezvous at the extraction point.
So I've taken... Oh, reinforcements incoming. I have taken that vial into my character's inventory. So that one specific character here has the vial on him. So I'm assuming that if he dies, he would probably drop that on the ground, which obviously would not be ideal. And someone else would have to pick it up. So I'm going to have to try and keep that soldier safe. Now I'm realizing that reinforcements are coming in right where I need to extract to. You can see that I've got 4 objectives. Investigate the site, which I've done. Steal the vial, which I've done. We now need to now escape with the vial, so extract it, and extract all of my soldiers. And here come the reinforcements, dropping right in on top of my extraction point like a bunch of dicks. So they obviously know, you know, there's some sort of tactics involved here for the aliens. They're dropping their reinforcements in a tactical point to try and stop me. On the previous map, they also dropped the reinforcements on my extraction point. So somehow the aliens already know where I'm going to be extracting from, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. But it kind of makes it a little bit more interesting that getting out of these missions is not just as simple as go in, kill everything. You know, typically you have to go in, kill everything, and then manually get all of your guys out and extract them out of the mission. So after pretty much exterminating this entire wave of guys, which was not the hardest thing to do, honestly. They've all got pretty much low health, and one landed shot usually kills them. The pistol only does 2 to 3 damage, which is not ideal. But the assault rifles and the shotgun and the sniper rifles, if they do 3 damage, you know, these enemies are going to die. Okay, destroyed this guy, and I love the ragdoll in this. It seems really quite powerful. They just go flying away. So, I've killed all the enemies. I see the extraction zone. Need to try and get my guys out there. Let's start pushing out of the building. Something to note, these windows here, you can shoot through them. However, these laser beams mean that you can't climb through them. So they are just a way of making vision around the map, but not enabling you to go through them, which kind of makes sense. I mean, it's something you're going to have to get used to if you're going to be playing XCOM 2. And we see that the bloody enemies are sending in a second set of reinforcements right next to where I need to get out, which is kind of fucking annoying, honestly. So here they come. Second set of reinforcements. Really quite harsh. The amount of aliens that I've had to deal with on this map has been colossal. You can see here we've got 2 of the stun troopers with their crazy cool swords on their back and just 1 normal dude. So the reinforcements aren't really that strong, you know? They're not huge. Oh, here I actually take issue with this. Okay, check this out. We get an Overwatch shot here, because this guy's an Overwatch at the bottom. And, well, see for yourself. How is that a miss? How is that a miss? He basically shoots him center mass, and he doesn't give a shit. That I do take a little bit of an issue with. That kind of sucks. So I could either try and evacuate my guys this turn, get them into the, what's it called? Firehawk, I believe the new ship is called. The old one was the Sky Ranger, now we have the Firehawk. So we can either extract our guys or attempt to deal with these guys first. Now I'm not entirely certain if they're going to be sending in more reinforcements after this, so I'm a little bit apprehensive on this. Take a shot here, hit it. The guy's down to 1 health now. We did 5 damage, he's down to 1 health, and I'm gonna definitely try and seize this moment to try and get my first melee kill. Now, the melee system is obviously new, so it's a little bit exciting. I can see we've got an 87% chance to shoot him, or an 88% chance to run down and slash him in the goddamn face. And I'm gonna have to go for it, just to test out the cool new sword. And annihilated. Did 5 damage. That's a lot of damage. That's pretty freaking decent. Down to our last enemy here. I'm gonna evacuate the vial, get my guy out, make sure he stays safe, take the vial with him, bam, escape with the black site vial, has been completed, so now all I need to do is get my soldiers out, take a beastly shot with our revolver, and get all my guys into the zone. Now it seems like they don't send down another set of reinforcements, so I've basically completed this mission. Extract Nulzy, last, out you go bud. Congratulations, we completed what is apparently a very difficult mission. Firebrand. Sweet. So you can look here, it took me 29 turns, which is a lot of turns, but it was a big map. We completed the objective. There were 24 aliens, or 24 enemies. That's a lot of enemies for a mission. Like, seriously, in Long War, I expect 24 enemies. In XCOM, I don't. So this really surprised me. It was a lot of enemy engagements, and 3 of my guys got wounded. However, no one died. We managed to get out. Congratulations, soldiers, you did it.
Was ever intended to see. Happy as I am to see it gone. Something tells me the aliens won't take this lying down.
Exactly. I hope the aliens don't take this lying down. And you can see here, dealt most damage. Excalibur, most under fire. Excalibur, move furthest. Excalibur, he is our man of the match. And that's pretty much the extent of my footage, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed. There's one thing that I want to show you just when your soldiers come back from the mission that I think is pretty damn cool and definitely an improvement on the previous XCOM experience. Jeez, this takes a long time. There we go. Okay, so you can see as my soldiers land at home, that 2 of my soldiers are gravely wounded. So they've been fucked up on this mission. You can see they're hobbling along, they're not happy. This guy here is not quite happy, but Nulzy, not taking any damage, absolutely fine. Look at these poor guys, having a sad time. And basically just some upgrades, some promotions, and that's pretty much the end of my footage, guys. Hope that you've enjoyed. I really can't wait for XCOM 2 to come out next Friday. I'm going to go super hard on it. I'm so excited. I am so very excited. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic day, guys. My name has been Panda. It's been a pleasure playing for you, and stay safe. I will see you soon. Panda out.